Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome. We're here today with another video. This time, it's another Aviator song, Doctor Who's suit. I decided, you know what? Let's do two Aviator songs. Let's do two Aviators. I like the first one, the Dark Souls one, this much that I was like, ooh, let me go back. I like some of the oldest stuff, and this one is from 2013. Can you believe that? 2013. Who was a doctor in 2013? Was like Matt Smith just starting in 2013? Because like, yeah, it was just starting. I think like it's the first episode was like around 2013, 2014. Because I remember, you know, in class, discussing about Matt Smith's first episode. You know, when it launched, and that was definitely while I was still in secondary school. So that would have been pre-20. No, that would have been like. Now I'm getting the World Cups mixed up. You see, that's how I always like remember where I was. But like now I'm thinking of 2010 World Cup. So 2013 would have definitely have been Matt Smith's time to shine. I think 2014 was when I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. So all right, so this one should be, you know, Matt Smith. First year, second year, something along those lines. So like in full swing. So I'm just trying to like get, you know, trying to figure out where like we are at. So this is a Doctor Who suite, which I'm very intrigued to see like how it goes. As I said, you know, I watched the Dark Souls when I very much enjoyed it, and which is why I was like, you know what, like, let's do two for the price of one. In addition to that, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to, you know, support Aviators, go do so. I will have the original video linked in the description down below, so you guys can, you know, go directly to his channel, watch his video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to his channel before you come back on my channel and watch my reaction to it. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, let's hop right in and get started. Let me just double check that we are actually recording, which yes, we are. The light in the background is a little bit annoying. I know it's sort of fine, but like I'm trying to mess around with it because I've got like a light in front of me as well. I don't know what would be better, you know, but I've just decided to go with this, and it seems fine if I'm close enough, which, you know, I am anyway, because I'm sitting like that anyway, so that's fine. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let us hop in and get started. Doctor Who suit. Does that sound familiar? Van Gogh. Definitely the 5th season. Okay. Honestly, the 5th season of New Who had such a great theme. Woo! Man! It was so fun watching it back then. Okay. Oh. Oh, this sounds epic beyond belief. Yeah, I was hoping this one was going to be quieter. Just the quick. It's definitely not a violin. That's definitely like a cello. Ah! The guitar kicks in as well right here. Ah, sorry, we're running that back. We are running that back. That guitar is powerful. Powerful. And the background, you still hear a little. Right now it's a cello. I think just then it was a violin right here. It's very difficult to hear it in the background, but like you can hear just about it. And then it disappears, and you can only hear the cello doing the same thing. Almost sounds like a marching tune, really. Which, when you think about Doctor Who, it really is like it really would make sense for it to be a marching tune with the amount of running either towards danger or away from danger, you know, there is in the show. Yeah. And they get the flute. Actually, might not be a flute. I got that wrong recently, where I called something a flute when it wasn't a flute. So wind instruments, I'm awful. I'm awful at, so I won't even like guess or even say what kind of instruments they are. I've learned my lesson. But like the marching tune still goes on there. Honestly, sorry to go back. It sounds like, instead of like playing like traditional drums for like the marching tunes, it sounds like a steel drum. You know, like for anyone that's ever played the steel drums, there's obviously multiple forms. You know, I played the I played the tiny one for a little bit. I played a lot of instruments, honestly. But like there was one that was like massive. Like it's almost like a I don't know how you would describe it, but it was like a giant thing. And you just like, doosh, 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 doosh. And that's almost what it sounds like what's being hit right here. Let me try. Actually, you know what? Let me try and show you what I mean. Yes, I don't know how to spell steel drums. Leave me alone. Am I able to find it? I'm not. No, I'm not talking about the small ones like those. I'm talking about like a. Yeah, it does look like that, even though it wasn't quite like that. This is like to, you know, transport things, whereas that was an actual instrument. But hey, back to this. But that's what it almost sounds like it's being hit. Just like. Now you're combining the wind instrument. That's not a cello, that's a bass guitar, isn't it? Yeah, pretty sure actually. That's an electric guitar. And it's got you've got a symphonic choir in the background as well, doing the. Man, I just love music. That's what it boils down to. At the end of the day, when everything is said and done, I just love music. Any sort of music, any form of music, I just love it. I just love it. I just love it. Another reason why I think it's definitely steel drums and not like traditional drums being played. They're playing like a triplet, very very quick triplet, like, you know, just drum, like drum, 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 drum. And there's no way you can play that with a real drum, right? I've not played the drums in ages, like actual traditional drums. You know, I might be wrong here, right? Because like at the beginning of the video, I said that's a cello, and I might get this wrong now, but I think it's actually a bass guitar, not a cello. I've not listened to bass guitars enough, honestly, and neither have I listened to enough cellos. Because like whenever I think of cellos, I think of like Bach. You know, probably the most famous cello piece out there in the world, created by Bach. But beyond that, I've not really listened to cellos. And beyond like orchestras and whatnot and symphonies, so on and so forth. But like on its own, I've not listened to them enough to actually, you know, on the channel actually, I did a what was it called? Like Belo Bartok's classical reaction, you know, to a cello piece. If you're interested in that, it's the first. I think it was my first classical music reaction on this channel. So if you just search for the classical reaction playlist, you'll be able to find that. But I'm actually, as I said, I'm doubting myself, but I'm actually more confident now that it was actually a bass guitar rather than a cello. And then obviously later on an electric guitar kicked. Electric guitar, you know, I'm not gonna mess up, I think, because I do have an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar, so it would be odd for me to mess up an electric guitar. I've got drums right there, but I'm not gonna pick them up, they're too far away, because I was like, imitate the sound, because it's like definitely not more like a traditional drum, so like either like, you know, a drum kit or a or in this case like a, you know, tiny drum. This is definitely like a more expansive kind of drum. Now, of course, this could have been done on Cubase or whatnot, or, you know, so who knows? You know, definitely might not be actual instruments. I mean, who actually records on actual instruments nowadays? But even then, you know, it was a good instrument sample if it wasn't actual instruments being recorded, and it just shows you how good that fifth theme, that you know, 12th Doctor theme is, 11th Doctor theme is. One of my favorite scenes of all time is Get a Grip. No, really, River. Get a Grip. You know, the music kicks in. It's like, you know, season 5, episode, like, I want to say 6 or so, episode 5 or 6 or 7, one of those, like 3, with the angels. I was like, just, River, get a grip. No, really, get a grip, and then the music kicks in. It's like, oh, you're such a genius, and then man, you can tell I'm a Doctor Who fanboy. I guess you could say I was a Doctor Who fanboy. I really started watching it, you know, with Jodie's era. I watched like a bunch of episodes, but after like 5th episode or so, it kind of stopped. A lot of things were happening in my life that time, and I didn't find it that interesting, you know, if I'm being completely honest. But I'll have to rewatch that season and, you know, make my thoughts, my mind on that, and see where that all leads us to. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, another Aviators song. This time it was a Doctor Who suit. Very, very excited. Well, not excited, but very, very happy that I listened to this. As I said during the reaction, I just like music. It's really that simple. I just like music. I don't have I do have preference for music, and that would definitely be classical. No, actually, no, not classical. That would definitely be romantic music, because I think most of my favorite, you know, starting with like Beethoven, if you do count him romantic and not like the end of classical, but like mainly like Chopin, Liszt, Debussy, you know. There's obviously a bunch of people more, like Tchaikovsky's first piano concerto is one of my favorite pieces of all time. Chopin's Ballade number 1 is one of the 5 reasons I started learning the piano when I did, because I wanted to learn that piece alongside the Moonlight Sonata, alongside Hungarian Rhapsody number 2. Hungarian Rhapsody number 2. The day I'm able to play that, you know, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna feel accomplished. I'm gonna feel like it's all been worth it. Years and years of tears, sweat, and blood has all been worth it once I'm able to play Hungarian Rhapsody number 2, and you know. But that's never gonna happen. So why am I even saying that? I don't know. But I just love music, right? I just love music. I just have such a big appreciation for music. And the more I learn music theory, which is the one aspect that I really, really suck at, unfortunately, it's the one aspect that I wish I was so much better, but it just doesn't click with me. The more I learn music theory, the more I actually appreciate how songs are made, and the more I appreciate not just songs, but obviously pieces as well. How music is made, how music is created, how music is crafted, carefully crafted with little, themes that then come back and, divergent, so on and so forth, go on a tangent and then come back to the original theme through modulation and so on and so forth. And it's just like, yeah, how were we able to create such a beauty with just sounds? And I don't know, but I love it all the more so. Anyway, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, before I get too philosophical here, as I tend to do, if you want to, watch more videos of mine, you can do so over on my channel. With this being a second reaction to the Aviators, it's going to be an Aviators playlist as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, go check it out. In addition to that, obviously we've got multiple other playlists. So if something tickles your fancy, click on that playlist and check out the videos. If not, hey, if you don't want to subscribe, hey, that's fine. But if you do want to be subscribed and see more videos, I was told recently actually that a lot of my like even to someone that was subscribed, my videos don't show up. So even though I never really say this, because at the end of the day, if you do care about the videos, then you do that yourself, and I don't need to remind you. But if you want to turn on the bell, go for it. In addition to that, if you want to like the video, you can go for that as well. But most importantly, if you do have a recommendation that you want me to do next, let me know. Because again, I don't know what I don't know. I know that sounds stupid, but I don't know what I don't know. So that's why I'm always, at the mercy of people's recommendation, people recommending me whatever they like, something that I'm not going to be familiar with. That's the whole point of a reaction, of course, that, things that I'm not familiar with. And yeah, we'll just go from there, I guess. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, before I talk too much like I always do, I will see all of you in the next one, everyone. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out. And as always,